I think the last 11 years have been particularly awful. And to defend the last Labour leader, which I rarely do, I don't think anyone could ever have accused him of being obsessed with achieving power or hanging on to it. It seemed to be the least of his priorities, to be fair. But it's the last 11 years. And for me, that referendum in 2016, which, many of us said at the time, if you don't tell the truth about what they've claimed, what will they go on to be in charge of next? And now we know the answer, global pandemic. So what of all the stuff we've covered today lands most? Thank you, Mark. And I don't know whether I should accept it as a compliment or apologise for having lured you back into following politics more closely. But what is it that has hit you the hardest about all this? 0345 606 0973. I'll tell you what I'd pay for. Someone to explain to me why that particular story about marching them to the top of a hill on a Wednesday and insisting that they absolutely had to do it and it was the right thing and this is what our government represents, and then marching them right back down again 2 Mondays later and insisting that they had to do it and it was the right thing and it was about everything that our government represents. Someone explain to me how that is not horrific. Because I don't want to believe that it is, because I live here. 0345 606 0973, and I know what you're thinking. It's the mother of all heads and tails conundrums, isn't it? We sussed this lot quite a while ago. They toss a coin, they shout heads and they shout tails, and then however it lands, they wave it under your nose and tell you that they were right all along and they've won. But they've never done it quite as blatantly as they have with this vote on standards, with this ripping up of the anti-corruption rule book. What day is it? Wednesday. Oh, top of the hill then. Absolutely have to be there. On pain of death, we'll fire if you're not there. What day is it now? 2 Mondays later. Straight to the bottom of the hill, please, lads. Anybody not at the bottom of the hill by tea time will be handed their sandwiches wrapped in a roadmap. Be out on their ear. I think that's insane. I honestly do. And weirdly, of all the stories that are somehow more enraging or more provocative, the 50 hours a week that John Redwood can spare, the 25 grand that Ian Duncan Smith gets paid, all of them. I could go on. I frequently do. Arguably, I already have. There's something about that reverse ferret happening in Parliament, not in a newspaper column. Oh, and that's what it is, isn't it? That is Boris Johnson's double column conundrum on the morning before he declared for Brexit, when he had a column prepared explaining why he was going to come out on the other side. That is now the modus operandi of his entire government. So they published one column last Wednesday when they voted it down, but the comment section's been awful. Oh my God. Sometimes it's so simple you can't believe you've missed it. So they published one column last week. That was the one saying we're going to rip up the anti-corruption rule book and give Owen Paterson a free pass. And then they read the comments and they decided, well, let's pretend we never published that. Let's publish the polar opposite next week. Oh, and this lot are so stupid, they'll let us get away with it.